Hey guys, this is Brendan Mejia from Power Rangers Dino Charge.
This is Jack Guzman. I play Danny Delgado as the Black Ranger on Wild Ford.
Hey, it's Mike Chin. This is the Gold Power Ranger from Power Rangers RPM.
And this is Steve Cardenas, a.k.a. Rocky the Red Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
My name is Peter Sudarso. I play Preston, the Blue Ninja Steel Ranger, and Marvin, the Red Hyperforce Ranger.
Hey guys, this is Tracy Lynn Cruz.
Do you like dancing and do you like Power Rangers? Well, make sure to come to Morphicon 2018 to the Angel Grove High School Prom. I'll see you there.
I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the Angel Grove High School Prom Party hosted by that hashtag show. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Come out and have some fun. Peace.
Come join me at the Angel Grove Prom at PMC 2018. I've never been to a prom because in New Zealand we don't have prom. So join me. It's going to be my first. Crown me, prom king. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
And I need you guys to make sure you join me at the Angel Grove Senior Prom at Power Morphicon this year.
And I want to see you at the hashtag show's Angel Grove Prom at Power Morphicon.
I want to welcome you to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove High School Prom. I'm looking forward to seeing you all. It's going to be fabulous. Dress up, and we'll see you then.
I'm not prepared for this show today, because why am I not prepared for this show today?
Because everything has been happening this week.
Because Infinity War is exactly like the Transformers 1986 movie.
There you go.
Infinity War shooketh.
Oh yeah, I'm still shook.
Did you guys hear about the big news about Power Rangers getting a sequel for the live action movie just announced today? Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was like, didn't they put out a comic that was didn't they put out a comic for Boom that was essentially a sequel?
You know how quickly these fans go like, whoa,
who was it? Don't hey, no, this isn't a joke. This is dead serious. So when I think it was before Beast Morphers came out, I wrote a post as JD. What did I write, JD?
Oh my God!
That said that you announced the new season.
Yeah, it was. Was it
Zoologer?
And that thing went crazy.
And people were like,
they were so mad. People were just so mad at you, JD. They're like, "You lie. Where's the proof?"
No, I stuck into his account and I did it myself. It was pretty funny, actually. But this week we have a lot to discuss. We're going to be talking about some Shattered Grid, talking about Hyperforce, talking a Q&A about Power Morphicon. So finally, all you guys out there that wanted to get your questions and comments fulfilled about what to expect at Power Morphicon if you've never been, or if you have been before and you want to know what's going on for this year's, you can find out because we have a special guest this week that's going to be answering all of your Power Morphicon questions. We're also going to be announcing an exclusive guest to Power Morphicon as well, and we have free update. Of course, it's a free update. An update about free comic book day right here at the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach, and also in Culver City. That's going to be happening May 5th and the 6th.
Next weekend.
But before we get into that, there's a little thing we have to talk about, and that's called the Super Chat feature. Daniel, what does a Super Chat feature do?
Well, Super Chat is a great thing because every once in a while you'll notice in the chat right now, it goes pretty quick. Somebody said something.
You're talking really quick.
Trying to talk as fast as it goes. So, with it moving as fast as it does go,
you're like the Micro Machine Man.
Exactly.
Slow down. What's
No, I think I can catch it. With it moving as fast as it does.
Now you're molasses. Meet me in the middle.
Damn it! So with the chat going so fast as it does, what we like to do is make sure that we can still highlight your chat. So all you need to do is press that S button, stands for support, and you'll be able to support us while making sure your chat or what you have to say is highlighted so we can pay attention to it.
And we also got a TeePublic store where you can get your Cool Geek t-shirts.
Yeah, you guys.
Like this? You don't have anything on?
I got this from Target.
Yeah, you did. Talk to him about TeePublic.
So the TeePublic store we have an actual store on TeePublic, so the link is in the bio. You can get all your cool geek merchandise. You can get all these cool designs that it's made up of a bunch of different designers, and they upload their designs on it, and you can put them on t-shirts, tank tops, sweaters, hoodies, baby onesies, like we said last week, iPhone cases, anything you can even think of.
See, that's the thing, though. It's better than Redbubble, because a lot of people are like, oh, why not just go to Redbubble? And like, yeah, Redbubble's there, but the quality of the shirt, Redbubble versus TeePublic is just like leaps and bounds.
You could choose the quality of the shirt. Like
exactly, I love that.
If you want to save money and want like the 100% cotton, no one wants that.
No,
you want
you
that 50, you got 50-50 blend. All on TeePublic. So you guys check that out. They have sales probably every 2 weeks. So if you just keep checking the website. You'll get $6 off when they're down to $14.
Look at Mikey already. Mikey's in the chat spoiling Infinity War. Nobody even's talking about Infinity War.
War.
And he puts out an Infinity War spoiler just randomly.
Well, we're not gonna.
You guys harp on me for all the spoilers, and you guys aren't saying anything to Mikey.
There are a ton of people have not seen it.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
you know what? Since he did a spoiler, I'm going to do a spoiler.
Oh, here we go.
You want to know what the episode's going to be about for the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers?
Oh,
because I know,
you know what?
I know everything. I know all.
Don't do it.
I think what you should do is just send it straight to him
it's
only.
wrong. It's wrong to like punish everybody for like.
No, I think what we should do is send him a direct message, a DM,
we'll send
and
him
boom, he's like, "What?"
Well, we got punished for our President Donald Trump, Jezzer.
Yeah. Well, what are you looking at me for?
For you
He's
voting.
right. He's right.
All right, so and last but not least, we have the THS Hashtaggers group. What that is a group for you guys, the fans of that hashtag show, and the fans of geek culture in general. You guys can join that group, and you guys can converse, talk about things like Infinity War, get on Mikey's case on that in that group. You also can find the latest geek news in the latest.
You can find the latest.
The latest geek news in there is going to be in the THS Hashtaggers group, and you guys can keep the conversation going. Start your own polls. Do what you want to do. And that's what that group's all about. That is THS Hashtaggers. The link is in the Facebook description. Or, sorry, in the YouTube description. Yep. But it's on Facebook. We already got our first super chat, guys.
We do.
Spoilers are whatever to me, LOL. Spoil away.
Thank you, Toku Kid.
I agree,
he's telling me to spoil.
I'm a guy
he's telling you to spoil it?
He's telling me to spoil it.
Oh, he hasn't seen it yet. That's it. You have to watch this movie with a fresh,
Are you talking about Infinity War or the Power Ranger team up?
Oh, is he talking about Infinity War or
know.
the Power Ranger team up? That's the thing.
I can't.
Oh, well.
The whole story. His whole story is actually pretty good. All right, sounds good on paper.
You want to go into news?
Yeah, let's kick it off with some. Ooh.
You're right. You got some
Power Ranger news. I ate a burrito this morning, and I don't think it's settling as well as I thought it was going to.
So we're gonna start off with the merchandise news. As you guys know, we said that there's gonna be some Funko Pops coming out, and
oh yeah, we forgot to say, share out this video.
Oh yeah, share out this video
on social media, on Twitter and Facebook.
To all your groups that you guys are a part of for Power Rangers, Super Sentai, anything, because you know they're probably gonna want to see the show too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about last week. Me and you, and Johnny talked about the Funko Pops that are coming out.
Oh yeah.
There's supposed to be a Lord Zed. There's supposed to be a Rita and a Pudgy Pig, and then a list of Power Rangers, but we didn't know what it was because it's just red, black, you know. But now we see that the possibly could be the ones with weapons.
That Megazord looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
With weapons. The only thing that people have a gripe about is that the Pink Ranger doesn't have her bow. One of you guys, or one of our writers, Kat, she wrote an article about it. So if you guys want to read up about those Funko Pops, be sure to check the links in the description.
Why don't I can put the link in, I think.
Go ahead and put the link in. Also, this might be old news or something, but I was just kind of going through Twitter, and I found this guy on Twitter that he customized these Pacific Rim 2 figures to look like Power Ranger Megazords.
Oh, really?
It looks,
so that's
looks
why.
pretty dope. Look, he's fighting a fucking kaiju right there.
How much is he charging to make them?
I don't think he sells them. I think he just like designs them.
Oh, so he's just selfish.
So is this a Pacific Rim Power Ranger mashup?
Yeah, I think he's doing like a little variant of the thing. I mean, it looks better than what we got in the 2017 movie.
I just want to commission and get my own.
You want to get your own?
I won't.
You know what? If the Thunder Zords and the Ninja Zords look like that would be pretty sick for the movie. Yeah, I can tell. Yeah. The wolf and the bear and the ape. Yeah, it looks really good.
God, if they look like that, oh man, come on.
Looks really good. I'm really impressed with the way those look.
All right.
It's not bad at all.
If he did sell them, I think at Power Morphicon they had some cool little variants. Like
you know what his handle is on Twitter?
I'll put it in the description after the show.
Right now.
Yeah. Going into comics, the 2018 annual came out. We'll be talking about that a little bit later, but
yes,
it was really cool. It had a bunch of different stories.
But this is the Lord Draken upgrade. Lord Draken upgrade.
But we saw this in number 26 of Shattered Grid.
Well, 26 just came out last week.
Yeah.
So we did see this, and I noticed this because his pants were black, and I was like, that's interesting.
Then also it's kind of like a collar now.
Then I thought to myself, I says, JDF commissioned a suit for Maneki, but it doesn't look like that.
It's a little. This is right after he took Samurai's Morpher and added it to his power. Spoiler alert if you haven't read 26.
Well, we're going to be diving into issue number 26 and the annual, which all tie into Shattered Grid.
Yep. Definitely. Also on eBay has a exclusive variant where it has all the Megazords. We saw this cover at WonderCon, or whoever was at the panel saw it at WonderCon. But they're going to be selling the number 25, the first shattered grid.
We got another super chat.
Oh, whoa.
Just popping in. Congrats to you, Daniel, for earning a hot date for the Angel Grove prom.
Ooh, congrats, man.
Who are you going with?
I'm going with Tony.
He's going with Tony.
Not even on your top 3.
Yeah.
You got to keep bringing it up.
Not even on your top 3.
Why do you keep bringing it up, man?
But okay.
No, I'm good.
No, I mean, that's why
he's got
you're
two dates.
just hating. Oh, well, maybe
He's got
we
2
should
dates.
put you on
I
the
got
bus.
2 dates.
He's got Ciara.
This is the bus. Daniel, you're underneath it. That's what you're trying to do. That's what you're doing.
You're
You're not Tony Stark. You're an evil man.
You said yourself.
You
You're an
said
evil man.
someone wrote an article on the suit too?
Yeah, I can post that as well.
Yeah. Kat, again, wrote a cool article about...
Kat's one of the best Power Ranger writers out there right now.
She wrote an article about his new suit on the website. He's going to post a link.
I just did.
He posted the link right now. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to check it out. I don't know if you guys know about the website, but there's a ton of good shit on that website.
Dude, you can find almost anything if you're interested in right there on the website. Articles are being written
And
daily.
we break news, guys. If you're a fan of breaking geek news, like we just broke...
Titans?
Well, we broke that in December,
Yeah.
and that's
December,
how barely people are picking it up now. We broke the Watchmen, if you're a fan of DC's Watchmen. We also broke the Black Widow solo movie information. That was on Monday. And Mara Jade in the Star Wars, possibly Mara Jade in the Star Wars
before
movie.
anybody jumps on Star Wars.
And also, Halle Berry being eyed for the feature lead female role for John Wick.
John Wick.
So this week, I promise you, there's going to be some cool ones coming out.
Nice. Going into TV for the next show for Power Rangers, Beast Morphers. We've heard about this before, but we got some news that they are going to be casting more comedic roles in the cast. So no, they're not just casting the Power Rangers; they're going to be casting some comedic roles.
Oh, you know what? I want to say something. Congratulations to Maverick.
Oh, what happened?
I'm sorry?
She's in the final rounds for casting.
Oh, nice.
Congrats to Maverick.
So she's
one of our own. That's beautiful,
one
right?
One step closer.
One step closer.
Her last audition is supposedly in June. So
June? Oh, we'll see.
She has 4 weeks left, roughly.
So we'll only find out Power Morphicon when they make that announcement.
We'll find out.
We'll know, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah. We'll see. So if you guys, I don't know if you can see, but they have the little sides of the comedic characters. So it looks like they're not just casting the Power Rangers for this season. They're going to be also cast. How did that work out with last season? Did they cast them locally from New Zealand or?
No, I believe that they're both from Calvin. We got another super chat by Cyril Moore.
Cyril
Thank you so much, Cyril.
Thank you, Cyril.
Here's what I find interesting about these sides, though.
What's that?
Is that they all seem like they're special agents. Is that right?
Yeah. It sounds like it's like some kind of league, not league, but like a agency of secret agents. So you think that they're not like they're friends, they're actually part of the agency?
I mean, I assume so. I think that they're maybe the 2 goofier agents that are here, but yeah. Maverick says, Mikey, since with your spoilers, she's considering not going to prom with you, just saying, because you're the spoiler
Look, you
machine.
need to walk on ice, man.
You should think about that, buddy.
So I thought to myself, I says, agents, huh? Agents in this new Power Rangers iteration. I kind of dig it. This is a new take on it. We all know that Chiplin's coming back, so hopefully, was
that ever in question though?
What?
Whether Chiplin was coming back?
I believe it was.
Oh wow!
But I mean, I think it's pretty official now.
Nice.
We're making it official right now.
All right.
You heard it here first.
Here first. So today we're gonna be talking about the 2018 annual Shattered Grid.
Yes.
Are you caught up?
Do you want to go on 26 first?
I'm only caught up to what happened prior to it.
When?
Last episode or 2 episodes ago.
Did we?
Yeah.
'Cause I wasn't here, huh?
Yeah. So the 2018 annual it's a collection of different stories from I guess it's a bunch of different writers jumped on and started making little stories about different Power Ranger teams. And as they said in 26, the timeline is separate. Everything is separate. So like anything that happened in 25, like Tommy dying.
But they're saying, from what I read in this Shattered Grid special, that ever since they changed history in the past, everything's running concurrently.
But like Tommy still exists, and
because all of the Ranger
it's separate
are happening at the same time that they explain.
Because it's everything is shattered. Think of it like it's in the comic. It's a glass.
Yeah.
They have a really good explanation about the actual shattered glass thing.
Yeah. So I mean, we start off this 2018 annual with a Zeo team. It's
another super chat. Have you seen Batman Ninja?
I did.
You hated it.
Oh boy, somebody.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't hate it. I just thought it was all over the place. It was just all over the place.
I remember you saying that you thought it was the worst thing.
I
ever.
did. No, that was Gaslamp. I didn't like Gaslamp.
Okay,
Yeah, you're getting them twisted.
So you said, okay, Gaslamp was crap, and this was just.
This would be good if I was. Just a little. If I was.
Oh, so you have to be somehow like probably inebriated or kidnapped.
Yeah.
To say you like
kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're kidnapping somebody's like, you better like this. You're like, I like it.
No.
Okay.
So it starts off with Zio, and it's an older team. This is around the time when Jason is about to leave the team.
So this is the end of Zio.
Does he leave right before the end of Zio?
He leaves right before the end of Zio.
Right before the Turbo.
A Zio, I think it's called a Zio Hawaii or something. Is like the name of the episode or something like that. It's the one where they're all on the beach and then Trez gets powers back. This is like the episode after that.
Yeah.
Or this would be the episode after that.
Yeah. Wow. So I mean, the story takes place. The main 5 Rangers are fighting some cogs, and they're throwing a going away party for Jason. And they have this whole thing where Rocky's like kind of sad that Jason's leaving because he felt like they didn't have time to bro out and connect because he took over for Jason, so he feels like there's like this certain connection between people when you take over for him. So they gave him his original morpher that Rocky had, and it's like in a little case. It's all battered up and like destroyed and everything as a going away present. So it goes on, and then
is there like pop music playing?
I think so.
I don't know. Is it you? Oh. Well, then they have a conversation. Jason and Tommy have a conversation on top of the command center. And pretty much the conversation goes like Jason is okay with Tommy being the leader because he knows that he could handle all the dark shit because he came from a dark background. So then it goes all the way into like everyone's having fun at the party, and then Tommy like teleports out of the command center. But when he teleports, his little aura or his little teleport thing it's green. And
but he also steals the Zeonizer.
Yeah,
which you have.
Oh, I do have it.
He forgot he brought his Zeonizer.
I brought my Zeonizer.
We're giving this away today.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Super chat, enough money. We're giving this away.
Yeah, I thought
chat, like
$100.
I
thought if you didn't sell it, you were gonna.
Yeah.
He can't sell it. He can't figure out how to sell it.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's cool because you rotate the thing at the bottom. Is it on? And you can change which color.
Hey, don't. Oh, you're depreciating it by making noises. Oh my god. It's over. It's over. You might as well just break it. You can break it.
So he steals
this piece of it though.
Yeah, just one. But he stole somebody else's, right? So we go. He stole
Adams.
He stole Adams.
Just like metal.
And then we cut to a scene where
turn off.
We find Tommy. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it keeps playing the song and it won't stop. There's no way to stop it.
Oh, jeez.
We cut to a scene where Tommy's tied to a chair, and then the Tommy that we've been seeing during the comic turns out to be Lord Dracon with some kind of like phaser, makes him look younger, and then it ends up where Tommy kills Tommy. So it's kind of like a little hot.
Like legit kills him.
He takes the decapitated Salva and like decapitates Tommy.
Yeah. Not decapitates him.
No. Well, he
But notice no blood. There's no blood.
No, that blood right there. That whoosh, that little.
That's just red. That's not blood.
That's blood, man. That's blood.
You're bloodthirsty. What's wrong with you,
no,
man?
No, not man. These comic books are really cool. Like I wish they would.
Dude, like one of the coolest stories that I read from Boom was the one with not Forever Pink, but the one where it was like a Kimberly story.
The Pink Ranger story.
The Pink Ranger story, where pretty much what happened right before she wrote that Dear John letter. God, that was so good. I didn't know I didn't know that Zach and Trini were a thing.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah, in that comic, Zach and Trini are a thing. And then the Forever Green one was good too. Man, dude,
I thought Trini was with Richie.
No, she's with Zach on some thing. I don't know what it was.
And then that's how the Zio one ends, and then we go into RPM or not RPM, SPD.
So here's the lack. Go ahead. What's your question?
My question is, how did Dracon get out of being in bondage when the government had him?
Billy let him out.
Okay, cool.
Or no, Tommy let him out.
That's the whole thing I skipped.
I thought it was Saba.
Oh, Saba let him out. Saba did let him out.
Saba was
trying. Did he fool Saba? Because I thought Saba knew that he existed.
Saba was trying to kill him or something, or like he was shooting his lasers and his lasers missed.
But now the super chat. I hope they show Dino Thunder Professor O get sliced and diced in a fight with Lord Draken.
I don't know. So we still have Turbo, we still have Dino Thunder.
Right.
So there's still 2 more Tommies out there.
True, and since it's all happening concurrently, it's just like boom, 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 boom.
You have White Ranger Tommy somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, White Ranger Tommy too. That's like super close to the Green Ranger Tommy.
Yeah,
too.
it is.
So we go into like SPD, and it's this whole thing where.
But you know what's interesting? You failed to mention about Zeo before you even move on to SPD.
What's that?
You failed to mention when Jason is having his talk with Tommy on the top of the command center. They talk about Lord Draken and how he got away, and how they beat Lord Draken.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
It's funny because I don't know if you see it in comics, but you don't really notice anything in Tommy's expression when they start talking about it either.
Oh really?
Another super chat, by the way,
Mikey.
If Lord Draken kills other Tommies, Tommy should be erased. My bad on spoilers. It's fine.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, but the thing is, like you said, since it's like a shattered, it's like once again, it's a grid. It's not a timeline.
Here's the thing, though.
So
Tommy,
it's like everywhere happening at once.
I feel that Tommy, he doesn't necessarily. It's not that he doesn't react. It's that the question's really interesting. He's like, "How did you know that?" It said something about his leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he said, "How did you know that I'd be the right person for the job?"
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then he said, "Well, and any darkness that we come up against, I know that you can get past it because you started off dark. So we know that you."
And everybody else looks up to you.
Yeah.
Because they know that no matter how dark things get, you've been in a darker place.
Yeah, you've been in a
is what
darker
he tells
place.
them.
Well, when
Which
the
makes
volume
sense.
comes out, I
Yeah,
know I'm
which
buying
makes
it,
sense.
So now we move on to SPD. SPD is training the C Squad, or the Commander Kruger's training the C Squad, and the B Squad, who's our Power Rangers that we know, completely defeat them. And they're like, they're not necessarily a team. They made us look like the A Squad.
Yeah.
And then we get this talk about how they have to carry the C Squad on their back for 30 miles in a run.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Draken's minions and the army kind of come out, and they're like, "Who is this? Is this Grum?" And it turns out it's not. And
Draken, man.
the Rangers morph. Here's what I did find interesting about this, though.
What's that?
I felt like the SPD Rangers kind of beat Draken kind of easily.
Yeah. Well,
Really?
you mean towards the end?
Towards the end.
We don't necessarily see what happens to Draken at the end, though.
No, but he's about to get swallowed by like their Zord.
Yeah.
And then he kind of just retreats.
What's his name? Rex or something? Or they have like this in SPD. They have this dog. Rick. They have this dog like companion. And then here they have like he's like huge. He's like a fucking Zord.
He's Rick 3.0 though.
Yeah, he's huge. So
He is Rick 2.0.
yeah,
That's what they call him.
Yeah.
But in order to get into that position where they did beat him, they did need C Squad. They didn't need C Squad.
Yeah, but this is a great. This was a great little vignette of a little short because it showed how the Rangers have to use teamwork in order to win.
Yeah.
I actually like this a lot. I like seeing the SPD Rangers. I actually like Boom because Boom actually uses his little power that he has, and he references that he likes toast, which is a thing. Boom likes toast, buttered toast. That's his thing.
Boom? Or are you talking about Bridge?
I'm sorry, Bridge.
Bridge.
I meant to say Bridge, not
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, Boom.
Boom
Bridge.
time.
He likes toast.
Yeah.
He likes toast.
But Boom is in it.
Yeah, he's in it. He's the guy that made Rex?
Rick. It's Rick. 4 letters.
Yeah.
The cool part about this story, though, it's cool catching up with the SPD Rangers. Mm-hmm. But they did beat Draken fast, but their little machine did demorph most of all of them.
Yeah.
That Draken has.
It seems like Draken has a lot of like tricks up his sleeve for each team.
Yeah.
Like he knows exactly what he wants to do for each team when he goes there. The thing I want to learn about is like how does he know? Like how is he able to like jump these realms,
Dimensions?
these worlds? Yeah.
Because they're
So
shattered.
So easily. Why can't everybody else?
Hey, are you liking the little backstory of the Blue Centurion?
Oh yeah, it's funny. I think it's funny. I think it's great that he has a little backstory because we don't know much about. It's cool that there's like a whole world of him.
Yeah.
Because in the actual Super Sentai counterpart, Blue Centurion actually has a family.
Really?
Yeah, he has a family, and they all kind of look a little bit like him.
Yeah,
kind
pretty
of
much.
like how Magnum Defender had a family too, and his little son kind of looked like him. So that's pretty cool.
Let's move on. I mean, this is pretty much the SPD story. It wasn't very long,
it wasn't very deep. Then we move on to space.
I actually like this story a lot.
Right.
Space?
Yeah, and here's the reason why. This story is all about how TJ is dissatisfied that he's not on missions, and you can tell that he's pissed that he's not the Red Ranger anymore.
Yeah.
This is a whole story
So
about TJ not being the Red Ranger.
Power Rangers in Space, the show like covered a lot of stuff, but there's still a few things that they didn't like. How easily TJ like took a step back.
Took a step back, right? Yeah. See,
How
I remember
quickly?
we talked about
Yeah,
that,
we
and I was
did.
just like, I wouldn't have done it.
You wouldn't
I
have
probably
done it?
wouldn't have done it. Like,
Here's
but
also
it's
the
for
cool
best
part
for the
about
team.
this,
But,
is that this also shows Andros doesn't necessarily attach to humans. He doesn't necessarily know how to talk to humans.
There's only one. There's only one he's attached to. I don't know if you saw.
Well, besides Ashley,
I don't know if you saw in one of the panels. They're sharing a room
They
together.
are, but they're in bunk beds.
Yeah.
They're in bunk beds. Everybody else got their own room, but they're sharing bunk beds.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because even when he's trying to talk to TJ and telling him like you're not the Red Ranger anymore, you can see Ashley's like, listen, we talked about how you have to talk to people. And this is an interesting little dynamic.
She's straight up like his girlfriend trying to like tell him, hey man, you gotta check yourself, dude.
Yeah, she's
You're
like,
being
chill.
an ass.
Just chill.
You're being an asshole.
I need people to like you. Chill.
So then Draken gets on the ship. He hacks Dekka, or he does something to Dekka and kind of like
He hacks Dekka.
He hacks Dekka
And sends a message to Dekka saying that, tell the Power Rangers to come out and not to morph or else we're going to kill them all.
Yeah.
Toku gives us another super chat, guys.
Toku, thank you.
Do you think we will see the true MMPR 93 style?
Oh, jeez. Like
the true MMPR 93 style, maybe like their aesthetic, I guess, maybe their look instead of the
And all of
updated
them?
MMPR that we were getting in the Boom Studios, because MMPR right now in Boom Studios is the modern day. It's like a modern day version of what MMPR would be now.
Okay.
And I think maybe his question is, do you think we'll get the 93?
Well, I mean, you could. Yeah, it looks a little bit more modern, but the style that's happening now is very reminiscent of what stuff they were dressing like in '93.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell. Like
Fashion always repeats. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a. It'd be cool to see if a little '93 style, but it's not that far off versus like if they were doing it '93 versus like early 2000s or something. Like,
But when he says style, he doesn't mean as far as when they're morphed. He means when they're not morphed.
Lucius, you're wrong. He didn't hack Alpha because Alpha was like dead.
He fucking
hacked
destroyed
Dekka.
Alpha. He like just crushed his little
Yeah, right.
skull.
Yeah,
It was crazy.
he destroyed Alpha a
He
while back.
destroyed
man.
Alpha.
Yeah, they make it very clear that they hacked Dekka, and Dekka's like, what's going on? Alpha gets the message, and he even meets up with Alpha and slams Alpha's head into the thing.
Right,
as
yeah.
Dekka is warning the Rangers.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Lucius, pay attention. Read the comic.
It's sold out. I think it's sold out.
It's sold out, so he's getting it from us right now.
Read
He's like,
it online.
He's like, I'm
You're
looking at
getting
that
false
picture.
information.
He's like, that picture looks like.
Hashtag fake news.
So
We go on to this story, though. The cool part about this story is Andros does morph, and he breaks the rules. So immediately, he kills Alpha when Andros morphs. After that, he starts trying to take the Rangers on one by one. They all kind of demorph. The only one smart enough, because TJ was sent to go fix something on the ship because he's a mechanic, TJ goes and he sneaks around, and when he does that, he ends up in the rafters. Draken can't kind of track him.
Yeah.
He's wearing a space mask. Kind of sacrifices his last final move and then takes
opens
up the hatch and like leaves the ship. And that's where we get left with TJ.
Yeah, everybody they're doing like a little like, hey, where's everybody?
Everybody
cool?
else?
Draken's gone. Everyone's doing a roll call, and TJ's the only one that's not there. He's in space, probably freezing to death.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
can see like in the actual comic, you could see his hands freeze.
So he just sacrificed himself. But how helpful was that sacrifice? I mean,
Well, he got rid of the threat on the ship.
Okay.
And they're gonna
By
have,
sucking.
they're gonna have enough time to like maybe fix Dekka and probably put Alpha back together. I mean, he's a robot. He can't be dead.
I mean, you've got a hard drive.
Yeah. So that's a good way to leave it off. So are these gonna continue in 27?
I think this one has to.
In 27.
I mean, I don't know about 27, but it's going to have to pick up eventually.
Yeah, because all the other ones.
The SPD one kind of stops. Like, for me, the SPD one, you don't have to necessarily go back to.
The Zeo one, we're going to have to see a little bit
but
more.
Did Draken take one of the Astromorphers here?
That's what I'm wondering. Like,
yeah, it didn't show. I don't think it showed.
So then what was the point of even showing up?
Oh, you know what he says? He tells TJ. Oh, by the way, we got another super chat.
Oh,
Can Animus from Wild Force end Draken easily? Can Animus from Wild Force end Draken easily?
Animus.
He doesn't know.
The Animus.
Yeah.
You're a Power Ranger expert.
No, I'm not. I dipped out after 12. I'm sorry, man.
I don't remember Animus.
I don't remember Animus.
Yeah.
I
thought the Animus was the place that they lived.
Maybe. Here's the thing, though. So he tells TJ, listen, I could take any one of these Rangers Morphers, but now since you're missing, I'm going to take yours, is what he pretty much tells him. And that's why TJ makes his move, and then he has to leave. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's a pretty good, singular story.
There's a few, like, probably I don't want to say the weakest one, the one that I wasn't so interested in was probably SPD. But the rest of the stories are really good, and I want to learn more about them in future Shattered Grid
Did you
comic
think
books.
SPD wasn't as good mainly because it was more so about like it had still a lesson in teamwork and like it didn't really go anywhere?
It was pretty Saban. It was pretty Sabani.
Yeah.
That's Animus?
Oh, Animus must be like
The Zord.
Zord,
Oh, it's a
yeah.
Zord.
Nah, I don't think.
I was like, could the Zord take down? I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, so this I thought was one of the better stories. I like the I also like the Zeal one a lot too. Let's move on to our next, which is RPM.
RPM was pretty good. There wasn't too much going on, like action wise, but there was a pretty deep story that Lord Dracon and Dr. K had in this one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
It was this one was like a Lord Dracon didn't go over to kill her. He
wanted to recruit her.
He wanted to recruit her. He
Well,
wanted
that makes sense, actually.
He wanted to compliment her because of what she had done
Yeah,
in their
exactly.
universe.
What did she do in their universe? You know?
She-
What did you do? You know? Hold on.
Didn't she do the? Didn't she part of like creating the virus?
Yeah, good job. He nailed it.
I was gonna say that. Yeah, so he.
I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. I'm
Which
studying,
is
I'm reading.
which kind of ties into it was more what was more for like population control.
But his whole statement on this was more so, hey, like you did something that was terrible to your place. However, you created order here, and that's what I wanted.
And that's what he appreciated. Well, that's what he appreciated. He said, right?
Dino Charge was not in this, by the way.
No,
just
not yet.
gonna forewarn you. They're on the cover though, but they're not in this.
There was actually
I think the weakest story is Ninja Steel, but we'll get there.
Yeah, there was actually. It was at the WonderCon panel. Brennan had went up to Kyle Higgins during the panel and said, "Hey, when am I gonna be
see
in the
myself
Shattered
in it.
Grid?" And then the thing is that Kyle Higgins was like, "How do you want to die?" Like with a straight face, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, that's crazy."
I'd be in, dude. If he asked me that, I'd be so in. I'd be like, yo, I want to, like, I literally want to have like a horrific kind of gruesome death where people are like, dear God, like,
Well,
this is
I
savage.
think Saba's had the worst death so far.
Yeah.
Saba? How
Got a
about
sense now.
Yeah.
Well, Tommy
Zeo
got
Tommy?
Tommy had
Tommy
had
was
Zeo, I think Zeo
no,
Tommy was way
not
worse.
Zeo Tommy. Green Ranger Tommy.
No, Zeo Tommy had it worse.
Saba was like straight up through him, man.
I think Zeo Tommy getting his throat
His
slashed.
throat slashed, dude. I'm saying that's why I would love it to just.
And he couldn't even do anything. His hands were behind his back.
what
I would
a
love it to be
fucking
one of the
dick.
worst, where it's like, oh my God.
So what
he
else
took
did
off
you
an
take
appendage.
from RPM?
RPM. All right. So Dr. K had the most interesting story in this. What I like about this is we have a backstory on why she doesn't necessarily like celebrating her birthday, which is because it reminds her of Alphabet Soup, which is the think tank that kept her as a child. But she is also responsible for part of the Vengex virus because of this think tank, and the recruiting of her from Lord Draken is kind of cool because this is the first time we see this side of Lord Draken. We're used to seeing him as this big overlord bad guy, and this is the first time we actually see him recruiting somebody to justify his means. And we also see a sense of what his motivation is. It's to kind of control the population, control and just maintain power. Also in issue 26, or it could have been the special, he hugs out like Finster 5, like that's his long lost father or something.
26.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah,
a
a
little strange, a little weird.
Well, I mean, but isn't Finster kind of important to him?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
thought
a
he
father
was.
figure to him.
Oh, okay.
It was a little weird.
It's a little
The hug was a
strange.
little weird.
It's a little strange.
I mean, well, you know, it's like, hey, I just killed Rita, who's pretty much like my mom.
We got another super
so I
chat.
got somebody that's connected still.
We got to get an ultimate Draken with every power.
Oh.
Man.
I want to
Did
see.
we
I
do
wanna
that? There's
see,
no stopping.
Poor JDF. Because he
no
has to
stopping.
keep upgrading his
suits.
I want to see what his next few suits look like when he adds the power to it.
Yeah.
Well, the only one that he actually got, though, was Zeo. Because he didn't get the one from SPD.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get the one from the Space Rangers, and he doesn't get anything from RPM.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
However,
He doesn't get anything from RPM because Dr. K blasts
Dr.
her.
K, she's like, I've never heard another human being. And then she comes out with a gun and she's like, but there's a first for everything, and shoots him.
Oh!
Then we find out that he was an android.
Yeah.
All along, he was an android.
Really?
It made sense because he looked kind of weird. Like
He did look weird. Yeah.
Kinda like,
It looked, but the Draken that they had in their style for RPM fit that universe. He was on a motorcycle. He wore a jacket. Like
that's what's good having a bunch of these different artists because they all have a different take on all these characters. I mean, I think like when it came down to it at Boom Studios, they're like, oh, which Power Ranger team do you want?
Yeah, and that's probably in there.
And
like,
based
I
on
would
based
love
on the
to go
team
for this.
based on the teams that they chose, it seems like the teams they chose are all like fan favorite series. Like they didn't choose like Jungle Fury or Mystic Force or anything like that.
Well, yeah, those are ones that have like a little bit.
Because these stories are pretty easy to do. These are pretty easy to do because it's a lot of them are pretty grounded.
Short one shot.
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
So let's move on to our final story. I believe it's our final story, and that's Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel.
Now, from what I understand, this was unfortunately they say one of the weakest, right?
Yeah, this was not my favorite.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite either. It was more about Brody complaining about not being ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this takes place right after the season finale of last year.
Ninja Steel.
It takes place when
Okay.
after what's his name and his dad get the power.
You know, at the end of Ninja Steel, in order to not have the guy get his ninja star, he cuts it. He destroys it.
Yeah.
And then it splits up, and then not Boom. Mick. I always call him Boom.
Because it's the same actor.
Yeah. Mick becomes a Red Ranger. Brody becomes a Red Ranger, and then there's another mystery Red Ranger.
It was the dad, right?
It's his dad, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So he's training or something, and Lord Draken jumps in, and he thinks that, oh, maybe I can do this again, and amplify my power again. So he slashes it again, his ninja star.
But it doesn't work this time.
It doesn't work, yeah. So he almost gets his ass kicked. He almost gets killed, and
I thought he doesn't he?
Yeah,
Right.
he almost gets killed, and then
the other Rangers save him.
Yeah, the other Rangers save him and save. But here you're saying that Lord Draken gets a piece of the ninja
He ends
star.
up with a piece of the ninja star.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so we'll see how that plays. And this is probably the weakest of the one, only because I don't feel really.
I think a story was cut though. I think Dino Charge was cut because they're on the covers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other nigga.
Why would they cut it though?
I don't know.
Like, do you think they're trying to give them their own like?
I don't know. It could have been for multiple reasons, but it definitely got cut.
Yeah.
No, I shouldn't say it definitely because I don't know that for a fact. But they're on the cover, and I find it weird that they're not anywhere else.
Yeah,
in that
that's
book.
weird. So that was the 2018th annual. It's pretty good.
It's worth the read.
It's definitely worth the read. If you guys haven't checked it out, you go buy it. It's sold out, but you can buy it on Amazon.
It's sold out? Ah, man, Boom Studios is cleaning up on this Power
Studios
Rangers
is cleaning
stuff.
I mean, Comixology, you still got, you got, just go digital, guys. If you can't get it on paper, go digital. You're still supporting.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to do it.
But you can't get variant covers on digital. Haha.
How very true. You can Google it and look at them.
Just kidding. I guess you can print it out. Here's what I do suggest though. Go to your local comic book store and add it to your pull box if you want the actual physical copy. And that also helps support local comic book stores, and it gets Boom Studio what they need for us to keep getting great content like they're putting out right now by Kyle Higgins and said authors.
That's right.
Now,
Support Diamond. Give them more money.
what we need to talk about is switching gears for a second. First of all, what was your favorite story?
My favorite story was In Space.
Mine was too. It was also In Space. What was your favorite? Oh, you didn't read it.
Well, no, but just going off of my summaries here, I mean, Dr. K.
I gave you the link, didn't I?
No, you didn't yet. Nope.
Oh, I thought I didn't.
No, you didn't, you dick.
No, it's on the Ranger thing. Even with, all right, cool. My bad.
That is on the Ranger thing. It is on the wrap.
Shut up, no.
Yeah.
It's not there.
So we got something going on tomorrow with you guys.
Huh?
We're doing a White Ranger special tomorrow.
Oh yeah, tomorrow kicks off White Ranger Week here at that hashtag show. That's a lot to say.
Yeah.
We're going to be celebrating. If you're following the Retro Ranger wrap up, what we're doing over there is we're going through past episodes from the very beginning, and right now we have currently got up to the White Light, two episode parter. So in celebration of White Light and the White Ranger, we're going to be doing a few things throughout the week. We're going to be we have Justin from Henshin Hangout. He's going to be talking about how the White Ranger
the counterpart Kiba Ranger.
Kiba Ranger came
Super
out
Center,
Die Ranger. So that's going to be a part of it. Toku Kid also just super chatted again.
Nice.
I just realized, how does RPM take place in the original before the grid split and Dino Charge? They actually mentioned that it's the dimensional splits, because when Jen Scotts and her team goes to the thing, you can see they talk about the different time dimensions.
Yeah.
And how it's all going to. They talked about the glass shattering and how it's just different versions of glass shattering.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to stand up. Hey, take your pills, Jezzer. Take your pills. He has to take his heart pills. He has to take his cholesterol pills. After that, we have we're going to be having the White Ranger Week. So we got a list going on with L has a great Power Ranger fan theory that's going to be on there. So we have a lot that's going on for White Ranger Week.
Tomorrow, yeah. So
and it starts tomorrow, so join us at the Retro Ranger wrap-up. But today, by the way, do we have comments that we're supposed to read?
From last week?
From last week?
Yeah.
I didn't print them out. All right, he didn't print them out yet.
Well, I think we should. We're live.
Yeah, we should print them out.
We're live, boss.
You guys want to talk a little bit about the last uploaded YouTube episode of Hyperforce? Did you guys watch it?
Yes, I did.
You did? What did you think about it?
I listened to it and I watched it.
What did I think? I don't know. I think, all right, so they brought back Christopher Kamen Lee for Andros. They brought back Mike Jin as Gem. And then they brought back Karen Ashley as Aisha.
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. This first part of the series, was kind of lackluster to me.
It was boring. It had something to do with Drax or something. Drax?
Thrax?
Oh, no, Thrax.
Thrax from the Guardians of the Galaxy?
From the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Interesting.
Yeah, it set it up, and we still don't.
Josh, can you find out where those comments are? Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thrax, that brought a lot back because it was like, my God, I almost forgot about him. Like,
he was in that. Was that 15th?
He was in Overdrive.
15th year episode.
Yeah, he was in Overdrive.
It says Lord Zed's son.
Yeah, Lord Zed and Rita's
See, that doesn't
son.
make sense to me. I thought Lord Zed and Rita turned human after
the wave, right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't make sense in the time.
That's what I said. How does that work out at all?
So like they had a baby in between, then he's off somewhere else, and he didn't get hit by the wave.
He get hit by the wave. So who else taking care of him? Was Rito taking care of him?
Huh? I don't know. Oh yeah, Rito. We don't see Rito come back.
Rito's not coming back at all. No. So I'm wondering, like, is that how it happened? I mean, could they at least write that in?
It felt like they were throwing things into this episode to throw things in for the sake of throwing things in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So is that where you want to leave Hyperforce? I mean, until next week we'll talk about the finale.
We literally talked about it for 30 seconds.
I mean, well, the thing is, my thing was like.
We turned a 3-hour episode into 30 seconds.
I don't think they knew who they were actually going to use as the alliance leader.
Let's make a little game at this. Who can sum up the episode in a shorter amount of time with hitting all the plot points?
Oh, I don't even remember all the plot points.
Well, go with what you remember. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Go.
They meet up with Andros and Aisha and Boom, and then they dip to board a ship to chase who they think the ship that Zordon's on, and they leave the guest rangers to take care of their business where they were at this really boring, like, evil party that they were at. That's about it. That's all I remember from it. It was a lot. I mean, it was a lot of, like, just blah blah blah.
Well, there's still more. I know that's the hard part. There's still more to it.
So yeah. How do you?
Shoot. Okay.
What?
So they go to the alliance party, find Andros there, create a plan with Aisha and Boom to stop the alliance leader.
Cool.
There.
That's pretty much...
save Zordon to be murdered later.
Yeah. Which is
that's
weird.
all I got. I'm trying to do it short. That's so hard.
Which is weird.
Still.
Oh yeah, and you complained that they have to do 3 hours.
I did before. Remember, I've already said that I've changed from that. So
because we did the 3-hour Westworld.
Still relevant.
Yeah, but when I said I've changed, and
when did you say
really
that?
Matter. I said that after we played our game. I said it last week, but you weren't here last week.
The Westworld one.
Yeah, you weren't here last week.
Yeah.
You missed it.
But
oh, I know that's why they dipped in the views.
Hey, come on.
Facts are facts.
Wow.
Facts are facts.
Man.
Wow.
So here's what I think, that this episode sucked.
It sucked.
Realistically, I feel like they peaked.
They peaked and they didn't know what to do.
Yep.
It's like, really, this is the build up. This is what you're going towards, and you don't have anything planned for it.
Well, they hopefully the finale just kicks it. I mean, the actual finale kicks it into the next level.
From what I'm hearing, it's not that good.
Really?
Yeah.
So, do you think that it's going to warrant a season 2 of Hyperforce? Let me ask you guys watching at home: do you think Hyperforce deserves a season 2? I mean, I kind of like that we're getting a different medium for Power Rangers.
It's nice.
Do you think that we should get a season 2 of Hyperforce?
Maybe if they refine it a little bit, like
what do you think is missing?
The story is a little off. Like, it started off pretty strong, but the story it's not cohesive. Like, everything, the continuity.
Damn, look at Lucius with his spoilers. In part 2, we know the true alliance leader. It's Chloe's father.
Come on, Lucius. Ha! Jeez. Spoiler.
God. This is why Lucius is going to be a villain in our show.
Ha!
We're going to call him the spoiler. He's going to look like the Riddler.
Oh my God.
With the spoiler. That's cool.
He said it's Chloe's father.
Yeah.
Oh man, spoiler! I was gonna watch the 3-hour episode on it.
Right?
Oh, you guys want to talk about Angel Grove Prom?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Boom, Angel Grove Prom. If you guys don't know what Angel Grove Prom is, it's going to be the after party at Power Morphicon, and it's going to be 90s themed. And it's probably best if you guys wear some prom clothes, because it's going to look cool. It's gonna have a cool aesthetic. I don't know if you guys remember prom. It was like a few years ago for me.
Guys, let's all tell Lucius how much you don't like spoilers. Go ahead, do it in the room.
Do it.
Tell him. I want to hear the biggest burn that you can give Lucius in the chat right now.
I thought we're not going to stir up the chat room.
I'm stirring it up.
Oh,
Stir it up. I just want to see what the biggest burn can be.
And then last week, Daniel got his confirmed date for Power Morphicon.
Yeah.
Did you have that video?
Yeah, it was up. It was up. He'll play it. He'll play it when I show the promposals. So if you guys have any promposals, be sure to send it to the show. Which pages do you want it? You could send it to THS Power Rangers or that hashtag show, so we can play it on the show. We have a few of them.
Oh, we have. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we have a few of them that we can play. So let's see where we're at. Promposals.
You're gonna cue that video.
I'm gonna cue that video right about now.
Jessica, will you be my date to the Angel Grove Prom?
Hi, Jonathan. Even though you should have chose Joe's side, don't worry, we'll get you on the right side. I will definitely go with you to the Power Rangers Prom. That would be awesome. Thank you for asking me, and I will see you in a few months. Bye.
Carlos Martinez, and this is my promposal video, and I would like to officially ask Cat Bloodgood to the Power Morphicon Angel Grove Prom.
And no, I did not in any way know Carlos was going to ask me. Nor did I think he was going to ask me, so I was definitely shocked when I found out. And I did react the best way I could by saying no, and liars would be like, oh, I can't believe you said no to him. Guys, let's be real. I was not going to plan on going with him as is, so I'm okay with saying no. However, in turn, there is somebody I would like to ask, and that somebody would be Ernie, would you like to go to Angel Grove Prom with me?
What's up, guys? Journey here. So, oh my god. Holy shit. Someone actually asked me out to the Angel Grove Prom. What? Why? And it's none other than the amazingly kind and wonderful Cat. Thank you so much. Like, that would be so much fun to be able to go out with an awesome girl like Kat. But I'm stuck in a predicament. So Carlos is my boy, my main road dog, and I just can't take his date away from him. There's some kind of code out there about that. I was talking about all three of us going together. That way, I can be the first hashtagger to have 2 dates. That's 2 more than Daniel. I mean, hey, there's plenty of journey to go around. So I am flipping this around. Kat, Carlos, will you both be my date for the Angel Grove Prom? Now listen, it's either the 3 of us or it's none of us. And no is not an acceptable answer.
L out to the hashtag show prom. It's not called that, it's called the Angel Grove Prom. I'm here to ask L out to the Angel Grove Prom thing.
Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. I'm super flattered that 2 people asked me to prom. And Derek, I'm so sorry, but MJ Spuds asked me first, so I'm going to have to go with him. And I'm super excited to be able to go with you.
Oh, hey. I didn't realize I was holding my phone making a video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is JD. I'm a producer for that hashtag show, and I help produce most of the Power Ranger content on here. I'm a huge Ranger fan, and I've been to all the Power Morphicons. So it's crazy that this year we're throwing the official Angel Grove Prom at this Power Morphicon. So, obviously, I need a date. So I am asking Miss Kelly Bohart if you would be my date for the Angel Grove Prom. I don't know anyone I'd have more fun with, and I await your response. So let's party like it's 1993, guys.
Oh, hey. Hey, JD. I accept your offer to go to the Angel Grove Prom. See you there.
Hey, hashtag group. I want to make my video for the Angel Grove Prom. I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my Angel Grove Prom date. So, my name is Mikey Perez. I've been a fan of this group for a long time. This is my second Power Morphicon, so I would like to invite my Dahlia to be my date for the Power Morphicon date. So.
Hey guys, this is my new promposal video. This is going to be a promposal to Migdalia. So sorry to Robin Chan and to Mike Perez if that kinda messes up your plans. But hope to see you guys there at Angel Grove Prom.
Good morning, everyone. It's come to my attention that I owe a couple people a few answers about Power Morphicon, about Power Morphicon. So that's to Derek, to Mikey, and I guess now Jezzer. Basically, guys, my status of going to Power Morphicon is up in the air right now. A few weeks ago, I received a save the date for my cousin's wedding back in New Jersey, and it is taking place on August 18th. So I might actually be going to the wedding instead of to Power Morphicon, so I'm actually not going to be committing myself to any date right now. If I do decide, and that's going to actually be last minute, to go to Power Morphicon, it's going to be easier for me to coordinate with Jezzer. So Jezzer, I will accept just because you're like right there, and it's going to take no effort at all. I hope he doesn't take any offense to that. Anyway, guys, I'm really, really flattered, and I hope that you will find other dates to Power Morphicon, and I actually hope I can go, and I'll be able to see you there.
I was wanting to invite Megan Batoon. Would you be cool to come with me, go with me to Power Morphicon at Angel Grove Prom?
The Angel Grove Prom is coming up, and I can't wait to come. So I need a date. So I'm going to ask Sarah, would you be my date for the Angel Grove Prom?
In response to your proposal, I accept. I don't know how I'm going to get to Power Morphicon, but I trust you.
Oh, hey. So, I'm sure you're already aware, but Power Morphicon is going to be hosting the Angel Grove High School Prom. And it's crazy, but it's a little ways away. And I'm sure it's going to be fun. I can promise it's going to be fun. Because I can't think of anyone else I'd rather spend it with than with you. Which leads me to my next question. Diana Chen, would you do me the honor of going to the Angel Grove High School Prom with me? It would be a misdeed for the most beautiful girl of Angel Grove High to go with anyone other than myself. I patiently await your response.
Thank you so much for the sweet prom video. Yes, I would like to go to prom with you. It's Morphin time!
All right, today I'm here to ask someone for a proposal for Power Morphicon this year, 2018. Now, a little bit of background on who I want to ask. Now, I have been a big fan of Power Rangers since '93. I mean, everybody has. Why not? So I am definitely going to go with the first person that always comes to mind when it comes to a Power Ranger crush or someone that I would definitely want to ask. So for my proposal, I would love to ask Amy Jo to Power Morphicon this year and hopes that she can go. All right, so hear from you soon, Amy Jo. If not, don't worry about it. And
Hey, hashtag show. This is Mikey. I decided to do another prom video. This is my last shot, so I decided to go hard on this one. I decided to invite Maverick to be my Angel Grove prom date for Power Morphicon 18. So I'll wait for your reply.
Hey Mikey, it's Maverick with that hashtag show. I am so flattered. Everyone showed me your video and I think it is the sweetest, probably the only prom proposal I've ever been sent. So good for you. And I heard it was in August. So if I'm free, I know I will do my best to be alongside you. And if anything, just for a picture, because what girl doesn't love to get dressed up and have a gentleman escort them? So I look forward to it and I'll keep you posted.
I'm Daniel. You may remember me from such videos as running around with my pants off.
Okay. Ready? It's recording. Ready? Woo! Woo!
also, well, I guess Riverdale fabricated a whole story.
Cheryl's got a disease. Daniel, tell us
Oh,
what's the disease.
it's called liabetes. But this video is interesting because what I'm doing is asking you, Tony Sanchez.
You so fucking precious when you smile.
To Angel Grove Prom. Please do me the honor.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Tony with my best friend, partner in crime, Renee. Hi, Renee. And as we all know, a girl cannot just go ahead and accept a date unless her best friend signs off on it. So, Renee, thoughts, comments, concerns about Daniel Jerome?
I thought it was adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he clearly respects you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little upset he didn't ask my permission first.
Very true. Very true. That's a big demotion. Yeah, big demerit right there. But ultimately, what do you think about me going to Angel Grove Prom with him?
I'm on board if you're on board. You're a grown-ass woman.
Am I though? I will go ahead and tell you, Daniel Jerome, I will go to prom with you. I have some conditions and some questions though. Number one, I'm told that this is a 90s prom. I will be dressed to theme then. I hope you will be too. Not required, but I really, really hope you will. Two,
which means required, by the way.
Yeah. Is this a corsage situation kind of thing? Just a question, not necessarily a request or a condition, just a question. So do with that what you will. I'm asking the question. What else? God, it's a 90s prom and stuff. Oh, also colors, yes. So you and I both know that I look great in black. Half of my closet is black. I also look really good in red. Blue is my favorite color, although green, gotta represent my Slytherin. All I'm saying is that yellow is the only color I will not wear. It makes me look like I have jaundice. Can't be done. But yeah, Daniel, I'm really excited. We're going to prom.
Hey guys, I'm with nobody right now. Alright, who are you? I'm nobody. And if I'm nobody, that makes you less than nobody, right? I can play that game. Ryan. Yeah, this is Jimmy. James, he's a graphic artist. And also, Jimmy, I can ask you something. Sure, what's up? Prom, please. No. Screw you then! Don't worry, I'll go to prom with you, buddy! Yay! Prom buddies forever! No. Too late. What do you say, yes or no?
I love it. Guys,
so good.
Welcome, Power Morphicon representative Realm with us.
Realm!
What up? This is
what? We're so off.
He's going to be talking to us about Power Morphicon. He's going to be giving a Q&A. So if you guys have questions in the chat, let us know. Skype, you can call us.
Skype is live.
You guys never get to call the Ranger Show, and we're going to open the lines up just this once. So first question is, how much do limo rides cost? I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
That's that.
I was thinking about it like a limo ride from where we're at to the prom is kind of ridiculous.
Groupon, man. I don't know. But
No,
Groupon
but it's
is
literally feet
Groupon is
away.
real.
Like the dude's gonna get there. It's like, okay,
It
where we're
doesn't
going.
matter.
He's gonna be like, we're here.
But you have them for like the whole night or whatever. You pay for it like so long.
He's
So
gonna
then
be
after
like,
you're
what
like
the hell is
you're like
going
let me give me a ride to the liquor store. Give me a ride over there. Just
You got
make
any
things
questions?
happen.
Hey.
Let's Tendo Play says he's 99% sure Emma Lahana will return
What's
for
up,
Super Ninja
everyone?
Steel. That is not true, actually. Emma Lahana is not returning for Power Rangers Super Ninja
You know
Steel.
why?
I know for a fact. True story. So, guys, give us your Power Morphicon questions, but let's start it off with you two. Do you guys have any questions about Power Morphicon? Oh, do you guys have a DJ for the prom? We don't, actually. Scott just messaged me. We're working on a pretty cool musical act. Do you know about this? Pretty cool musical act for Power Morphicon. But we will have a DJ. Yes, we will have a DJ eventually.
So you're in charge of like booking all of the guests for a power. How hard is that to organize with all these different rangers?
It's not too bad. It's just the fact that, over the years, a lot of the cast members have moved on from, entertainment. They've moved on with their own businesses, families. So it's like a lot of that stuff gets into consideration when we plan the event. So it's like, even though we say it's every 2 years, a lot can happen within 2 years. So, it's
How hard is it? Who has been the hardest person for you to get?
Hardest? I don't know. It's kind of maybe people from overseas because, you know, the time zone and the fact that a lot of them have, you know, their own businesses or have a job, you know, in place of entertainment. So it's like they got to ask for the time off and, you know, the difference in flying in and flying out, you know, taking consideration. So it's just a lot to work with as far as that goes.
But there have been some Rangers that they didn't necessarily start early with this con appearance stuff. Like Nemo, he didn't do it early on. He was hard to get a hold of. And
oh, definitely.
But now he's doing it like all kinds now.
Yeah.
He's super open to it. So I mean, you probably convinced some of those other ones to do it as well, right?
Definitely. Like when I first approached Andros, Christopher Kamen, it was a pretty tough sell. I was there at his house. I drove up to Northridge, talked to his mom, talked to him, and had him convinced, you know, to come out for the first time, even though he was kind of skeptic. And then I asked him about his other cast members like Nemo, and he was saying at that time in 2014 that we would never see him at a con.
Never.
Really? Never.
Wow.
And, you know, 4 years later, here we are. Dude's like all over the place. You know, he's been to the UK. He's been all over the United States.
He's probably the busiest one right now.
Who?
Nemo.
From In Space?
Yeah, from In Space, yeah.
So, Realm, you do have a personal question. Who's your favorite Power Ranger?
Oh, man. That's kind of hard since, you know, a lot of them are all my friends.
Oh, like, how can you really answer that?
Yeah, exactly. I really can't answer that. A lot of
How
them.
about based just on their character, maybe?
Ooh,
character-wise?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't even know, to be honest. Because it's like when I hang out with them, it's like, I don't get that vibe anymore, you know? It's just like, oh, we're just friends. How are your kids doing? How's work doing? How's life? You know, I don't see them as a Ranger anymore, you know, to be honest. So it's like, you know, when I get that text message or when we meet them for dinner or lunch, it's not even about that anymore, you know? Like, I forget about that.
Realm, Thomas Franco wants to know, what's the best hotel to stay near Morphicon?
The closest thing right now is the Hilton. Like I tell everybody, it's a few steps away from the venue.
Literally.
You can literally just like wake up, go down the elevator, and you're there.
A few steps. That's the one we were partying at
So
for WonderCon.
the Hilton is your best spot if you don't really want to, you know, do half a block or whatever.
And right across from him is the Marriott.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the Hilton has a food court. They've got, you know, hamburgers, burritos, pizza, whatever you want. They got a sushi bar in there. They got a bar.
They had a sushi bar?
Yeah.
I see a sushi bar.
Man, dang.
Daniel Diaz asks, how hard is it to book a Ranger, actor, or a special guest? Some easier than others?
Yeah, definitely. I find it a lot easier for them if you go with them directly because they can work around it as far as what their schedule is going to be and what they're asking for and things like that. So working with them directly, it's a lot easier, to be honest.
Now, Thomas Frank wants to know, Realm, who is your favorite villain from Power Rangers?
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh, this kind of if this is the right answer, that kind of plays into your announcement you have right now.
I'd probably have to say Rita.
Rita?
She's always coming back. She's always, you know, just that killer vibe, you know.
Well, you know, Jezzer does a great impression of the Macho Man Randy Savage, but it sounds more like Goldar. And speaking of Goldar, we can announce that he's going to officially be a guest at Power Morphicon 2018. I keep forgetting this year for some odd reason. 2018. Kerrigan Mahan is going to be at the Anaheim Convention Center 2018. He also did the voice as Magna Defender, which is one of the most iconic Rangers. Well,
Give me the lights of Orion.
Was that Randy?
No,
Savage?
that was not your Goldar. That was your Macho Man.
So
but no, what I wanted is the Goldar off between you and him. If I can get that to happen, that would be so good.
So you just finalized this one recently?
Yeah,
with
we
Kerrigan?
just signed him last week, so you're hearing it first that Kerrigan will be at Power Morphicon.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, now, how hard was it for you to get him? Because you haven't gotten him before, is that right?
Oh, he's been there before.
Oh, okay.
He's been there since I think Power Morphicon 2.
People are excited. People are excited.
Okay.
Kerrigan.
Let me ask you a question about because something that a lot of fans don't know about Power Morphicon is that not only is it relegated to just Power Rangers, but there's been a lot of Sentai actors in recent years.
Yeah.
Can we anticipate that? And how does that even work out? Like, how do you even find those guys?
No, Daniel knows it's going to be at Korea World Heroes. Right?
No, yes, Korea World Heroes. That's what it's called now. That's what it's called now, and that's what they'll be.
When we went to Japan World Heroes, it's like, oh, is this a Korean?
Because, dude, there was so much K-pop going on, and I was like,
the other side.
I didn't know it was the other side. I thought it was all together. I was like, dude, I'm seeing like BTS, and then the other one, then the other. I was like, dude, my daughter does all of this. This is amazing. This is, and then they were like, no, that's the other side.
Go ahead with the question about the Sentai. Somebody else has a follow-up question though.
Like, what was your question? It was, how did it come out?
How did that come about, and can you tease any special overseas guests? We should say.
Okay, for Sentai, a lot of people were asking about that. how that came out with Power Morphicon. A few years back, me and Steven Schuyler, Gold Samurai, and Alice McInnes, Pink Lightspeed, we did a road trip last minute to San Jose at, I think, Big Well Comic Con. And that's where we met a few guys from Godzilla, Ultraman, and I believe Keykider. They had an after party, industry party in downtown San Diego, and we were just walking around, and we see this Japanese guy swinging, you know, like a air sword, you know, like he was just teaching people how to do it. And the next thing you know, their handlers who are from, you know, the Bay Area came up to us and said, hey, you guys are the Power Rangers, can we take a picture? So they were like, you know, fanboying out over Steven Schuyler and Allison, and we were asking, oh, you know, who are these guys? This guy's from Godzilla, this guy's from, you know, Ultraman, and, you know, we were just like, you know, vibing off that. And so for the entire weekend, we hung out, and then about 2 or 3 months later, I get a text from one of the handlers saying, hey, how would you guys like to bring Zoo Ranger to Power Morphicon, you know? Ooh. And so I got that text, and me and Scott talked about a day, 2 days later, trying to see, you know, what do we have left in the budget? We're like 2 months, you know, into the show. And we pretty much tapped out. And we made it work, and we were able to book Geki and the 2 stunt rangers. It was because of, who was it? I think it was Hideo, the Red Zoo stunt, who did both Mighty Morphin and Zoo Red. It was because of him that we got connected to Geki. So we had to bring him out, and we had to bring out one of the 2 main guys who did Dragon Ranger, which is the Green Ranger for ours, you know, JDF's stunt double. Mm-hmm. So he was able to come out, and we brought those guys in. And since then, it's just been, you know, nothing but building, collaborating, and bringing them out here for Power Morphicon and now Japan World Heroes.
Amazing. Now, Matthew Thompson wants to know, how much on average is an autograph?
Oh.
It's averagely it's $20 typically.
And you can get deals too, because I know a lot
definitely.
of the Rangers cut deals with if you buy like a T-shirt or something.
Like a combo.
Yeah, like a combo. There you go.
Is autographs still a thing? Like, I feel like pictures are more
like a selfie.
Better, yeah, selfies or pictures with them are better than autographs. I don't know. Or is autographs just like a thing for them to sell whatever stuff that they're having them sell?
Well, you got to remember, like a lot of these fans are meeting their childhood heroes with their own kids now.
Exactly.
So it's like, oh, you know, I watched this guy when I was your age, or this woman. And it's kind of like, you know, sharing that experience.
Now, Daniel Diaz would like to know, will there be a guide available where guests are and table-wise? Couldn't find Rangers years ago. Hopefully it'll work out. Easier to find.
It was pretty easy last year.
Where they are instead of trying to find the table.
Yeah, we do print a limited number of programs since a lot of people don't really use them. So we make like, you know, a short run. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we can't meet the demand because I think we printed not that many, not even half of what we had.
That also, you can get one of those depending on what badge status you have as well. So that'll come included into that package. And let's talk about that for a second. Let's go over the badge statuses. What means what? I know that there's Gold Ranger badges, Silver Ranger badges, Platinum Ranger badges. What's the tier level and what do you get for each thing? I know it's on the website too.
Right.
At PowerMorphicon.com.
It's basically like, you know, the more, you know, the higher the level, the more stuff you get. Okay. T-shirts, hoodies, pins, buttons.
A figure? Where's the picture?
Definitely.
You have the...
Yeah, definitely. You can actually get this exclusive figure with any membership. You don't have to attend the show. You can go on, buy a non-attendee package, and it'll be shipped to your place a week or 2 after the show. So that'll guarantee you a figure. You do not have to go to the show to buy one of these.
And that's limited.
And this is limited to Power Morphicon, so.
But if you go and if you actually do attend, you can get yours there.
Oh, definitely. You can pick it up. If you buy a couple of figures or one or whatever, and you're attending the show, you can pick it up at the show.
No, but everybody that buys a ticket, are they guaranteed to be able to purchase one?
Yes, as of right now, you know, but I can't guarantee you it'll be there next week.
Yeah, because they go fast,
Yeah.
and this is going from talking to you from experience of what was it? There was the Ranger key pack one year, 4 years ago, and there was also the
then the Megazord,
the
black and gold
and
Megazord.
Is it limited one per?
I think it's 2.
Or
that one was with Bandai. They were selling that at their booth. I think it was about 1 per person for the Megazord.
But the Dracon is like 2, right?
But the Dracon, it depends on your membership.
Okay, yeah.
So like if you have the platinum, you can buy 10 of these.
Wow.
Oh,
so
hey, that makes sense though.
Oh yeah,
that does.
Yeah.
You'll probably get your return on eBay.
Heck yeah! That's what I was like, dude.
Don't encourage them, man.
Well, then, one you want to keep for your own. 2 you want to actually open and display, and then
So
the rest
how did this come about? Like as far as working the deal with Bandai?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but let's just say that they approached us on this opportunity last year, and as far as like trying to keep it wrapped, it was pretty hard.
Yeah.
Wait, so just with that alone, I'm not going to try to dig anymore, but you said they approached you, so that lets you know how like
big Power Morphicon.
Yeah, like you know how influential Power Morphicon is.
Definitely.
Going from what it started to what it is now, and it only can get bigger. And it's just like that's pretty cool.
I mean, obviously, it can only get. I mean, we started off in Pasadena, which is it's a pretty good size.
I love Pasadena.
I do love Pasadena.
It started in LA, downtown LA. To be honest, in 2007, we had like 200 attendees. It was in the back room of a hotel. Like
right?
Yeah. You know, and we were sharing that venue with like I think a graduation. So there were people like and you know.
But fun story about that convention though, that actually had a ton of New Zealanders there.
Definitely. Well, the thing is, Disney was helping out.
Right.
Because the event was originally a wish.
Make-A-Wish, right?
Yeah. So we were fulfilling a wish at that one.
Now, people want to know how much is the figure going to be going for when you buy it at Morphicon?
At Morphicon, it's probably going to be at retail. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it'll probably stay the same as it is on the website. So I'm assuming $50.
Yeah.
Layla wants to know, I guess this is for us, will we be doing another Angel Grove prom next year? No, this is a one and done, Morphicon exclusive. We're only doing it at Power Morphicon. So if you want to come to Angel Grove prom, it's only going to be at Power Morphicon on the Saturday of Power Morphicon.
Yes.
I have another question for you. How did you get involved with the Ranger community? Like getting all the guests and Morphicon in general?
As far as Morphicon goes, I was approached by Scott after the second Power Morphicon 2010. He was looking for another guest relation since I guess the previous person left or something. And at first I turned him down. I was just like, dude, that's a big job, man. You're talking about, you know, high security like content, like, sensitive information, personal information. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. So I turned him down, and we'd still cross paths at different cons all over Southern California, and we'd like, oh, would you think about it? All that, we can do this, we can do that, and we worked out a deal and had me sign an NDA, which still holds today. So.
Is it every year that you sign a new one?
No, it's still the same one from 2010. I got to keep everything, under wraps. I can't say anything about this and that. As far as working with the Rangers, since 2007, I met a lot of them like Walter. ASJ, at the first Morphicon. Then second one came in, and that's when I ran into Font and Jessica Ray, Walter Jones, all those guys. And it just started building from there. They asked me stuff as far as like booking, putting together trade show content like banners and prints. And it just snowballed from there, you know what I mean?
That's amazing. Now, Ryan Lindbergh, our artist for Power Rangers Cosmic Protectors, wants to ask you, Realm, will you put a prom with him?
Damn.
For real? Did you say that?
Ryan Lindbergh asked that.
He wants an easy in. That's why. That's why he's like, yeah. Well, you're gonna prom with me, so this way I know anywhere you go, I get to go with you, right? You're behind the scenes. Is
Ryan coming? We met Ryan and.
I love Ryan. Ryan's a good guy. He just emailed me. He's our artist for the Power Ranger thing that we're doing. Oh, let's make you guys have this going on this year. You guys are having a Ranger fan film festival. Per se. You know about this? You obviously know about this, right?
The film festival, a little bit, yeah. As far as that goes, like we had that at the first one actually.
Really?
A film, yeah. We had fans bring in their videos and that they edited and stuff like that, and it was a pretty cool thing.
We're gonna have an award for that called the Golden Billy.
There you go.
The what?
The Golden Billy.
If you guys have any questions for Rome, be sure to Skype. The Skype lines have been open, so if you guys feel inclined, give us a call and ask them.
Well, who do they call?
Oh, look at that. They're asking for a Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. That's kind of funny because I was actually talking to somebody from there recently. So who knows? Maybe he or she will go.
Funny enough, you've gotten a lot of those questions. Also, they asked, is Karen Ashley specifically going to be there? Was by Thomas Franco.
Yes, we just announced her at the last announcement 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so she is going to be there.
We had an announcement last week.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Thomas Franco.
Thomas Franco, come on, bro.
You're letting me down.
Also, so we have a lot going on with how do you book Audie?
Audie, that was through people that were on their movie.
That's so funny because Audie, we went to Audie's house, Josh and I.
Friend of the show.
Audie story, yeah, he's a good guy. He was like, I have a hard out. I think we got there at like 1. He's like, I got you guys. We gotta be done with whatever we're gonna do by 3. Right? So we get over there, we do our thing, and he keeps us there until like 7.
Who is this?
Audie Shankar.
And
he's just showing up like he's like, hey, let me show you this one film I made with John Shaw. I'm like, all right, cool. And then we talk about Power Rangers. Then he's a huge wrestling fan, so we talking about wrestling and then he's like, oh, here, yeah, look, this is an email that Jeff Jarrett sent me. And I'm like, okay. He's like, all right, we're going to go now. He's like, wait, hold on. You guys want to go and get something to eat at the club? I'm like, oh, we got to go, man. Yeah. He's a good guy, though. He's a good guy.
Is he gonna come?
I got a hard out of 3, guys.
Yeah, he's gonna be at Morphicon.
Yeah, he was announced. Yeah, definitely.
He was actually the reason, one of the main reasons why Power Rangers was in the news because he made that fan film that it's called the Power Ranger bootleg fan film. That not only it made news for 2 reasons. One, it was great. It was incredible. It was what a lot of adult fans wanted. But B, it was one of the things that Saban requested that it got taken down, and then it got put back up because there was such a big crowd response. However, he wasn't able to monetize it, but he did have to put a disclaimer on it. Yeah. But yeah. All right. So somebody else, Soundboard, asked, when will the next group of guests be announced?
Just stay tuned and find out. We just like to keep it as a surprise. You know what I mean? We don't want to keep people, waiting and, refreshing. So the best part about that job is just being able to just say like, boom, here we go.
Brad Hawkins, is he going? That's what Mikey Perez wants to know.
It's up to him. Like I said, we invited everybody from previous Morphicons. It's up to them to respond. So
you got one of my favorites going, Caitlin Murphy. She hasn't been a Morphicon since the very first one.
She hasn't done a show since 2007. So
Caitlin Murphy is
Yellow Overdrive.
Oh yeah.
So she's excited.
There's a lot of people that have asked us, is there going to be a lot of attendees from the New Zealand seasons?
Like guests?
Yeah.
That I can't say.
That sounds like a maybe.
You know what I mean? I can't deny or confirm that. I mean, it's a tough question because I know a lot of people are asking for a lot of the Disney
Are they the hardest guests to get?
Not really. A lot of them are open to it. It's just budget.
Just getting them out there.
Yeah, budget, timing, all that stuff. So you got to consider that. I mean, that's why nobody else really brings any of them out there.
Now, let me ask you another question. Obviously, when Power Morphicon comes around, one of the big things about Power Morphicon is some of the awesome panels you guys have.
Right.
And speaking of panels, are there anything in particular that you guys have lined up that you know is going to be a staple at this year's convention? Because we know we got JDF on Saturday at Morphicon.
Right.
Do we have any planned panels that you know of so far that you'd be able to announce, or that may have already been announced?
To be honest, none of the panels have been announced.
Okay.
I mean, because we're still trying to rack up our guest list, and that'll gauge what we have planned as far as programming goes. I just want to say thanks to Peter for his hard work. He's like our only, programming director who handles all this stuff. So he's got a lot on his plate on trying to make that work as far as, coordinating. Because I know some of the guests last time were kind of upset because they had like all these panels going on, for different seasons and different projects like The Order. And they weren't at their table, so it's like we're just trying to balance that out to the point where.
And now there's so many panel rooms and
right.
Oh yeah.
In the expansion, expansion building.
There's so many places that they could do things in that convention center base versus Pasadena.
Definitely. It's a lot bigger, and that's why we relocated. Trying to meet that demand.
Somebody said that they heard that JDF wasn't going anymore. Can you confirm or deny that? Because I heard last he was.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's still going. He hasn't said anything to us, to Scott. We haven't gotten any notification, text message.
He's pretty excited about it.
Actually, yeah, he's going. He told me for sure he was going. We're supposed to have something planned together. The other question I have is, can I host the big panel on the Sunday?
Which one's the big panel?
The big cast one. The big
That'll probably be Andre.
That's Sundays.
You think it would be Andre?
Because I mean, he's still.
He didn't do it last
year. It was that dude
but I'm like,
from
Hyperforce.
Nerdist last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
right.
it was.
Yeah.
That's
Dan,
right.
Dan something.
Here's a little plea. Screen Rant's bigger than the Nerdist. Straight up. It's a fact.
It's a fact. Guys, let's talk about numbers.
Shots fired.
It's a fact. Hey,
Joe, how much you worth?
Numbers don't lie.
How much you worth?
Last time I checked, $12 million.
Technically he's right. Though. Technically, so he was at Avengers first night.
I was at the premiere.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were. Yeah,
guess who wasn't?
That's right.
That dude from Nerdist was with us. He was.
Yeah. See, so
if it's based on that, just
credentials.
If it's based on that, then I could be hosting that.
Let me just tell you, my experience level interviewing high level actors is
he's trying to piss you right now.
Just saying.
You want my opinion? You got my vote, to be honest.
Thank you.
I would rather have you do it than anyone else.
Thank you. That goes a long way.
Definitely, I would recommend you.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I did recommend you to Scott.
Yeah, well, good.
You booked him for the YesterCon.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was that crazy one.
That
was that crazy one that.
I need my security.
I had to be like, all right, come on, you're gonna.
Daniel, you look like a deer in headlights. Here's a good question. Thomas Franco wants to know. Will the Hyperforce cast be at Morphicon? Or, this is my personal question, will Boom Studios have their own booth there? Maybe some things going on.
Boom will have their own booth. They will be there for sure. Yes. They're one of the main sponsors, so you can expect them to be there for sure. And you guys know Kyle will be there for sure. He was already announced as a guest. So,
Kyle's a cool guy.
Kyle is a cool guy.
So many questions. I just want to pick his brain.
Yeah,
next, man.
I know
What's going on
something
next?
we've been seeing a lot of lately is shattered grid panels. I'm hoping we get a shattered grid panel at Morphicon, even a Boom Studios or a Go-Go panel and a Mighty Morphin panel. We can really cover the Boom Studios.
Dude, that shattered grid one at WonderCon did really well.
I'm pretty sure they will have one at Morphicon.
Oh, they
It'd be
have
dumb
to.
not to.
Dumb, yeah.
I mean, everybody's there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
everybody's
That's
there.
their target audience.
Oh my
Let me
God.
ask you this: on all your years of Morphicon, who's been the guest that you're like, man, I'm surprised we got him here, or her?
Oh,
Here?
that's a good question.
Yeah, I was gonna
Probably
ask,
Ika.
what's your guess?
Red RPM.
And that was right after the Jessica Jones thing too.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get him because he's been in LA for a number of years, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna be too hard to get." He's working on Jessica Jones, but one thing led to another, and we were able to secure him. And
Where's Cloak and Dagger filming? Is that in-
Atlanta, New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah. I was supposed to do a 7, remember? In New York, right after.
Oh yeah, that's the one that storm.
Storm hit, yeah. What else is there? So, what about some of these other? You just mentioned Eka, so that's a great segue to my next question. Is there's Rose MacGyver's actually done conventions here and there. What are the chances Rose could be coming back?
Anything's possible. You've seen people drop in and out. I mean, we've had James Napier drop in Red Dino Thunder when he was in LA.
That's true.
So
yeah, and people just sometimes randomly show up. I think Roger Valesco last year.
Mike Chat last year.
Mike Chat showed up.
Mike Chat showed up for a couple hours. Yeah, definitely. Who was it? Becca Barnes from the New Zealand crew came in. She flew on her own. Nobody knew.
Wow,
that's
amazing.
amazing.
Power Morphicon. So she was out there lurking around and just being inconspicuous.
So did Saban brand Power Morphicon as their official convention?
It is. We are the only con that can say that. No one else can say that. You can call yourself whatever, Power Extreme Morphicon, whatever.
but yeah,
we're the only ones that can
official.
say we are the official.
Official Power Ranger.
Layla Nolan would like to know: will you guys expand your con to more places across the country?
Ooh, there is Power Morphicon Express, right?
We used to do that where we would bring in 2 or 3 rangers per smaller shows. Right now we're just fully, fledged on to the Anaheim thing because of the move and trying to handle all the hotels and things like that. So at the moment we're just focusing on Anaheim at the moment. So
and Anaheim's a big venue.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
And now something that Morphicon has expanded, and I actually love this part about Morphicon, probably more so than anything else, is that there's so many things to do. Like events outside the con or within the con itself. Can you talk to me about some? Because last year you guys had a bus tour that started almost on night 0.
Oh yeah.
Around. Are you guys planning anything else like that out around LA for like a night 0 or any kind of festivities like that?
We are planning an event for night 0 Thursday. As far as what that is and when it goes on sale, we're still working that under wraps. So.
But it's cool. So we can at least announce that there is something being planned for night 0.
Yeah.
So that means, guys, if you're booking your hotels, I recommend getting out here a day early.
Get in Wednesday.
Get in early. Get in early and really enjoy. And listen, the great part about Anaheim is that you're right next to Disneyland. You're downtown Disney. Especially if you're coming from out of state, you really get to enjoy the atmosphere. Pasadena is a great place, but being in Pasadena for like 4 days, it's the same thing over and over again.
Right.
When you're in Anaheim, you can do something new all the time.
All the time.
One thing that was cool about Pasadena is you could just walk through the streets at night and there's not get hit by cars.
Oh, that's true. Old Town is. Really
and believe
slow.
me, if anybody needs that, it's Jezzer with the way that he handles Morphicon. Your brother.
No, it was his
with
brother.
us.
I
Your
lost his
was with
brother.
us.
I don't even know how he got. Justin dropped his brother off at his hotel.
It was bad. It was
Oh
bad.
my God.
And that's another cool fun fact about Morphicon is that not only in the convention will you see these rangers, you'll see them all around. And this is your one opportunity to really get that sit-down chance to meet some of your favorite people that you've grown up watching or still watching.
Friday night. I met a whole bunch of them at that party.
It was like Selwyn, Justin Nemo,
the White Dino Thunder dude.
Blake Foster is with us. Yeah. So this is going to be a lot of people's first time at Power Morphicon. What word of advice can you give them when it comes to how to handle themselves at Morphicon? But not only that, how to pace themselves for Morphicon.
I'd probably just make a list of who you want to meet the most. You know what I mean? Like a priority. Like, okay, so if so-and-so ranger doesn't do cons, this is their first or second one, I would make that a priority versus someone who does a con every other week.
Prioritize who
definitely.
you want. Like, oh, they're only gonna be here this day.
I mean, we have like JDF. He's only gonna be there for Saturday. So if you want to meet him,
God, dude,
you got to plan that out and say, okay, I got to see, what's his line gonna look like or whatever. What time is he signing? What time is his pro photo ops? Make that agenda. We'll have.
Imagine
that
how long his line's gonna be.
Dude.
He's got to have his own little area.
I know. I mean, do you think
he's gonna have like that little like rope, snake rope?
Oh yeah. Here's my whole thing: is if you're gonna meet JDF and you get a nosebleed, stick in the line because it's gonna be worth the photo op. I think.
Hey, fuck you.
What do you mean?
No, just fuck you.
That's all I'm saying. It's like if you're gonna wait in line for somebody, and if you get a nosebleed,
You're gonna get a
stick in
nosebleed.
it. Stick with it. Stick with it. All right, so we have a lot more. How hype are you guys about the Angel Grove School prom?
I'm getting a nosebleed
hyped.
over it.
I'm pretty hyped about it. You're going to be there. You're a b-boy.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a little freestyle circles around the Power Morphicon. So if you hear some music and some crazy crowd screaming, you already know why.
Wow, man. So they have the hip hop trooper. Maybe you could be like the hip hop putty.
You know, because I know a couple of the kids from the Rangers, their kids dance. You know, Philip Jean Marie's kids, you know, they break, and I think Jessica Ray's kids are starting to learn to break. So you know, who knows?
Interesting. So
Jezzer does the worm.
Something that a lot of Rangers have asked me. Maybe I can ask you. Is that they've wanted to do events too? I know David Yost did a hiking event last year, and I know that Brendan Mejia would like to do some type of like yoga / like fitness thing.
Fitness
and how would they go about getting that? Would they put you in contact?
We've actually been in touch with a few of them in regards to the requests, so we're working that out as far as like what we have available for the rooms, like you know, we got going on.
Waivers.
So, yeah, exactly. Right?
That's a big part of this.
You get stuck in that pose, you're on your own.
Yeah, right.
I remember we were talking about we wanted to do like a 3-on-3 basketball game.
Definitely, yeah. I'd still love to do that. You know, a lot of the Rangers play ball. You know, Najee plays on a couple of teams in LA.
Super chat.
You know,
I better not see a punch table.
Who's that?
Oh, Larry.
You better not see. You're gonna. If there's a punch table, it's.
Well, because you know Larry's talking about he's gonna spike the punch table.
He's one of the kids
at the prom.
Dang.
He's talking about the spike and punch table at the prom.
Is it an all ages event?
Yeah.
Prom?
Mm-hmm. And there will be
VIP
a area for older folks.
We're gonna have your wrist.
You get wristbands, but yes, well, it's definitely a all ages event because we wanted to make it as family friendly as possible.
Yeah, there was a question.
For all of you guys that are younger, we will be serving smoothies a la Ernie's Juice Bar. That's a true story.
Anaheim does have a curfew though, doesn't it?
Right.
I don't think so.
Dang.
Yeah, there was somebody that was asking if they could bring their kids in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. Power Morphicon is probably one of the most family-friendly conventions you're ever going to go to.
I think last year they had like a little daycare center or something built over there by, was it Fisher Price or something?
Yeah, Imaginext came through. They brought in a couple of their toys and they actually gave some out. So.
Ooh, let me ask you a question. Let me talk about toys for a second. This is a personal question now. This is a little off. What do you feel about this switch from Hasbro, from Saban to Hasbro?
Oh, yeah.
Or no, Bandai to Hasbro.
Bandai to Hasbro.
It's a change. You know, it's kind of like saying, oh, you know, you guys can have, you know, Batman, blah blah blah. Since we're not doing it anymore, it's huge. You know, it's different. I was heavily into toys in early 2000 when Toy Biz had the Marvel license.
Yeah.
And when they switched to Hasbro, the first few waves were just like Happy Meal toy quality.
I remember that.
You know what I mean? I couldn't stand it. You know, that's when I stopped. And now when I look at them now, you know, they're like $20 a pop. I go to Target and see these, they got a lot better. Their sculpting got better, their paint jobs got better, so I think they're in good hands.
Their molds are crazy.
I'm really curious because, I mean, people are thinking this could really affect the franchise positively. But Hasbro has been, look, this quality for this stuff is pretty good.
But that's Bandai.
I mean, watch, I'll throw it on the ground. I'll show you that it won't break.
But that's Bandai though, right? Isn't that?
No, but
that's Bandai. That's what I'm saying.
We're afraid that what's going to happen when Hasbro's like, all right, completely
You think
plastic.
there's going to be like a lapse? Like there's going to be like a...
Like we're not doing a signature series, you won't have
where
metal, you'll have all plastic.
The quality's not going to be as good because they're trying to figure things out?
No, I don't think so because I think that Hasbro knows how to make action figures. Look at the Black Series from Star Wars. Look at their Marvel Legends. They know how to make really good figures. And Power Rangers is primarily based on figures. Also, Hasbro is already doing mechs, which is Transformers. So.
Right.
Yeah, they do all that.
Yeah, so that's also pretty cool because then they'll probably think about, oh, we have adult size as well.
Right.
So, who has the toy license in Japan for like their Super Sentai? Is
Bandai Japan.
It's Bandai Japan. So
yeah.
what's going to happen?
I believe it's staying with Bandai Japan.
It's staying with Bandai Japan.
Like the Sentai stuff.
The Sentai
yeah.
stuff.
So what happens when we adapt a show for Power Rangers and with the toys? Is going to be two separate different toys. One a Bandai Megazord and one a Hasbro Megazord.
One's a Sentai Megazord and then one's a
It's going to have to be like that because I guess the deal doesn't include Sentai. It's just Power Rangers strictly, right?
Yes.
Because they have to do Saban.
Ooh, so that makes those Bandai Megazords a little bit more expensive now.
Right.
There you go.
So, Realm, can you talk to me a little bit about some of the vendors we're going to be seeing at Morphicon that some of the fans would know about?
I'm pretty sure
Like
everyone's
Boom, you
familiar
mentioned.
with like CS Toys from Japan. You know, they bring a lot of new and old toys out there. Power Morphicon will have their booth. You know, Scott, he's got all those huge, you know, toys that he gets to whenever he comes to Japan. He brings home like a ton of them.
That's a hell of
he
a
goes
thing to
out
check
there.
in.
Yeah, he goes out there hunting, buying up lots and lots of like Sentai and Kamen Rider stuff, and he just brings them back out here, you know, and just passes it on to everyone. So.
And then Boom Studios, as you already said, and I'm sure Bandai will be there. Shout Factory is usually there.
Shout Factory will be there for sure.
So that for those of you that want to get your Sentai and buy it right there in person, you can do that at Shout Factory's booth right then and there.
Definitely, they'll have a couple of their DVD sets out there.
We'll be there as well. You'll be able to catch us there.
Will Nickelodeon be making an appearance at Power Morphicon?
I doubt it. They haven't been there, yeah, to be honest. So.
That's crazy.
You don't even want them there, it sounds like. So we have a lot more guests lined up, and usually you make your announcements on what day?
On a Tuesday.
On Tuesday. So every
Blu-ray
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Blu-ray Tuesday. You can check out their Instagram, Power Morphicon's Instagram, and your Instagram as well.
Twitter. Yeah.
Twitter. You want to give them the handles? It's right here, though. By the way.
Yeah, it's all there. Yeah, it's all the same.
So check that. Follow that. Follow his Instagram account. You'll be able to easily access every Tuesday a new wave of Rangers. It's almost like action figures, like a new wave of action figures come out. You get a whole new wave of Rangers. There's rumors. I'm not going to speculate. I don't want to speculate because I've heard rumors about some of the movie Rangers.
Oh.
He can't answer. Look at that.
Stonewall.
Stonewall.
What are you talking about? No.
You just never know.
You
Like
just
I
never
said,
know.
Don't look at
never know.
People can just drop in.
Right.
You never know who's going to show up.
Yeah, a lot of people thought we weren't going to get Ika. You know, they're like, oh, he's too big now. He's doing Marvel. But look what happened. You know, anything's possible. Anyone can show up. That's all I got.
Was that April Fool's last year where they said Bryan Cranston?
You never know. He could be hiding in a Red Ranger mask.
It's true.
Oh yeah, he did.
You know,
He did do that. He did that with the Breaking Bad mask. They're like, oh, it's just a Breaking Bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, they do that a lot at San Diego Comic Con. You know, a lot of the celebrities go out there, you know, hiding in cosplay just to get around.
Guys, we're a little short on time today, so I don't think we're going to read all these comments. But I think that's going to do it for us. Do you guys want to sign off?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Daniel. You can find me at Battlestar Galactica, and of course, Gingerdale on Wednesdays at 9:30.
You can find me at that hashtag Joe on all social media, on all over at Screen Rant, and yeah, this week or no, yeah.
Retro Ranger wrap up tomorrow.
You can find me in a few minutes for a Henshin Hangout with my boy Johnny. So I'm gonna count how many people are in here right now. If it's not the same, if it's not the same amount of people, I'm coming after all of you.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes. We have some fun episodes to talk about this week for Kamen Rider and Lupin Rangers versus Pot to Ranger. So you guys tune in. Where can I find you, Rom?
B-Boy Realm on Twitter and Instagram. So that's it.
And if you want all of your questions answered for Morphicon, you can check out the website. That is official. Is it officialpowermorphicon.com?
Yes.
Check out officialpowermorphicon.com. Go there and check out. Get your badge today. So you can buy your Lord Draken figure. This beautiful. Yeah. One of the final figures that Saban's putting out. So you imagine Bandai. What did I say? Saban.
Yeah.
Imagine how much that's going to go for.
Remember,
but guys,
Goldar is going to be there.
Goldar is going to be there. Show Kerrigan some love. Stop by his booth. That's going to be in Anaheim Convention Center.
I'll get you next time, Power Rangers.
And when are you going to challenge Hulk Hogan to a match? All right. August 17th to the 19th. Register now for officialpowermorphicon.com. Meet all your favorite Power Ranger actors. There's going to be Saban's going to be there. Boom Studios is going to be there. And it's put on by the great people at Power Morphicon like Scott Zollner and Realm. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
See you on the Henshin Hangout right up next.